Hundreds of millions of years ago, dinosaurs roamed the Earth. Is there any way we could bring them back? Science has figured out how to clone monkeys, sheep, and rabbits, so why not dinosaurs? Well, according to the movie Jurassic Park, bringing dinosaurs back to life looks pretty easy. Okay, maybe not that easy, but watching these movies got us thinking. Did the makers of Jurassic Park do their research? And with cloning technology becoming more advanced, could something like this be possible? Well, on today's episode of In Real Life, we're going to show you. Okay, before we tell you if we can bring dinosaurs back to life, we have a couple movie facts. Released in 1993 and directed by Steven Spielberg, the first Jurassic Park movie made $800 million, a box office record at that time. It was also one of the first films to use advanced CGI to create characters. And with this CGI, as well as animatronics, Jurassic Park is arguably the biggest influence on how we imagine dinosaurs to be today. The movie showed us how they hunted, looked, sounded, and behaved.
They're moving in herds.
Okay, where was I? Right, so could science bring back these creatures? Well, the easiest way would be to get some blood from a dinosaur.
Where do you get 100 million-year-old dinosaur blood?
That's a great question, Dr. Ellie Sattler. Well, in Jurassic Park, John Hammond shows us that their scientists used a mosquito trapped in amber from millions of years ago. That mosquito bit a dinosaur, and the blood in the insect was extracted to create all these animals. Now, the movie makes it look pretty easy, but would that be the case IRL? Well, it brings us back to our initial question from Dr. Sattler.
Where do you get 100 million-year-old dinosaur blood?
Yeah, this wouldn't be as simple as they make it look in the movies. The main issue here is that dinosaurs and mosquitoes didn't exist at the same time. Dinosaurs went extinct about 65 million years ago, and mosquitoes started living just 50 million years ago. Sounds like Spielberg has some explaining to do. And even if scientists managed to find an insect that had some sort of dino blood in it, that wouldn't be nearly enough to construct a dinosaur. We might be able to get a tiny piece of DNA, but we would need the entire genome, which we wouldn't get from a puny insect. And paleontologists haven't even found a single piece of dinosaur DNA, so finding an entire genome? Practically impossible. Okay, before we go any further, I've got a fun bit of trivia for you. Jurassic Park could have been directed by which famous director? George Lucas, James Cameron, or Ridley Scott? Stick around till the end to hear the shocking answer. So, is bringing dinosaurs back to life scientifically possible? Yeah, in theory. Using genome technology, scientists have been able to clone all sorts of animals. So if you got the right genome from a dinosaur, it could be done. But unfortunately, the chances of that happening are slim to none. And even if science somehow did manage to bring back these dinosaurs, yeah, it would not be pretty. You'd have to worry about the danger and chaos that they could cause, like they did in the movies. But you'd be lucky if you even got to that point. Think about it. When dinosaurs roamed millions of years ago, the Earth was completely different. Different atmosphere, temperatures, and food sources. If they did come back to life, it would be nearly impossible for dinosaurs to survive. Yeah, so once again, Spielberg has some explaining to do. But this doesn't mean we could never see anything like Jurassic Park in the future. Some scientists say that we could create some novel species with enough breeding, engineering, and a couple of decades of experimentation. They definitely wouldn't be authentic dinos, but if we played our cards right, we could get pretty, what am I thinking? What is this? No, this is a terrible idea. Stop. In the wise words of Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Not only would doing this be unethical and cruel, but it would most likely end in disaster. So it's pretty safe to say Steve Spielberg duped us. Sure, some things are accurate, but Jurassic Park's existence is largely due to movie magic. Oh yeah, and speaking of Spielberg, who was the other director who could have made this movie? The answer to that would be the director of Avatar and the Titanic, James Cameron. He almost bought the book rights, but he was a couple of hours too late and Universal snagged them. He says his movie would have been more like Alien, but with dinosaurs. That sounds scary. I'm pretty glad we got the Spielberg one. Okay, so now that we've debunked this movie, what other films would you like us to explore? I just rewatched The Purge and I'm curious, could that happen IRL? Well, I sure hope not, but we'll find out on another episode of In Real Life.